swagger, okay? Regardless of what happens out there. Doesn't matter. Keep your swagger.
Welcome on into the 5-Hole Fantasy Hockey Podcast. We are your hosts tonight here for your weekend shutdown shift, Alan and Jay. Jay, can you still smell Yankee candles? We were talking about that before the pod started. Weird COVID thing.
Has anyone ever announced when they finally smelled things back? Like they just get a couple of those where like, yeah, I can't smell nothing, and they just stopped reporting.
I think my sister-in-law had like a really couldn't taste anything, really couldn't smell anything. I think eventually it kind of came back, but it was still not as strong as it was before. But anyway, like I said, before we get down a rabbit hole, we really don't want to go down. Like I said, we're here for your shutdown shift. Hopefully here to give you some knowledge to shut down your opponent, get that W for the week. Before we get going, wherever you're finding us, YouTube, your podcast platforms, make sure to like, subscribe, leave us a review, something nice. Nice words fuel us, make us whole in the darkness out there. Especially, we love those YouTube subs. We actually got shorts coming as we generate content. I'm learning how to make short form content. It's been fun. And we have our Discord channel out there. Chirp at us. Ask for advice. We have the FHFH hotline where you can, kind of tweet directly at us, or you can follow us on Twitter. Slide into our DMs. And there is TJ's website. Well, the website is on TJ's website. He's just working on it a lot, so it might as well be his. FHFhockey.com. Let me get the pretty slides up there. And then let's go to news and notes here. Injuries in just sort of absurdity. Like life has just gotten more absurd. We had Jack Hughes hurt himself at a team dinner. Now we have Eetu Luostarinen of the Florida Panthers is now week to week after suffering burns in a barbecue accident. Okay, that's something.
I'm gonna have to check it. Like nobody had like film or anything, right? Like like there's crazy things that are saved on the internet, but I was like, no one got film of that. No,
I don't think it's on World Star.
Craziness
or something. It's definitely not on our shorts on the channel. Life is absurd. And this is a perfect example because not one, but two just sort of completely freak non-hockey injuries. I forget who the call-up was, but it's some sort of like highly touted forward prospect. I imagine someone in the chat will just completely chime in any second now and be like, duh, Alan, it's this guy. How could you not know it's this guy? But I feel like I saw the name and just completely in one side of my brain and out the other. Next up, we got Ryan Hartman in Minnesota Wild out week to week with a lower body injury. So this guy I do know because I did dig a little bit. Danila Yurov is now the 1C for the Minnesota Wild. He was the 24th overall 2022 pick for the Minnesota Wild, rookie year. So he is what kind of prospect? It's just rookie year. Assist tonight. I don't know, Jay. Are we interested in picking this guy up? I mean, he's not. I don't know. He's not power play one. I think Jeek is the center there. So this is strictly even strength deployment. Let's see what his minutes are.
Yeah, that's what I was doing, right? Like trying to find more information, just like to dig him up, right? Like he's not. I mean, you scroll a fair ways down just to get it. I think it's possible. I mean, even today, right? Like you were mentioning before, like got an assist. Even tonight, it's only one period in, right? But yeah, like you try if we're thinking buy low and all that stuff. Like these are the kind of guys where you're trying to ride through and get early before anyone else knows, right? So
right,
yeah, probably
I
decent.
don't know. This has got to be like a recent promotion because he's before what is it? What was the 16th? Whatever their last game was 3 days ago. He was only getting about 10 minutes of ice time, so we got 13 minutes on the 16th.
He's got 5 minutes tonight after one period to
so
play.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking, let's say if he gets similar deployment all the way through, maybe he could get around 15 minutes a night, which is, 10-teamer probably not going to make any difference for you. But
No,
hey,
God,
like, 12-teamers and beyond, especially with him being right wing eligible, yeah, like definitely a guy to keep your. There's work.
I can't remember if Minnesota is like one of the better. I know they're not one of the best schedules next week. I can't remember if they're one of the better schedules, but next week's a little goofy.
Yeah, if I'm just looking a bit and quickly glancing, like Minnesota's got a pretty hectic schedule. They play 3 games in 4 nights, but they don't play Monday, Tuesday, they don't play Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, or Sunday. So
no
they're
one
like
plays Thursday next week.
Yeah, so they're kind of like bunched up all in the middle. So I would probably not say like
oh yeah, they're playing on all the busy days next week. I wouldn't bother, honestly. This is probably someone just kind of watch, like, especially being center only.
Or maybe a remainder of this week, right? Because they have obviously you'd have to have streamed him tonight for it to matter, but he still plays Friday and Sunday this week, so he still gets 2 off nights.
But yeah, probably someone not for next week. So
also it's a deep cut, like it's
super deep cut. I forget what the percentage was. It's not even, it may be lower in the notes because I think they're like you said, one of the good teams for this weekend. So next up, we got Charlie McAvoy, the Boston Bruins. He did undergo a surgery of some kind. I forget what his injury was, but there is no timeline on his return. So might be, if you're watching us live, just ignore us for a minute. Just run, don't walk. If you're listening live, pause, maybe just go check. Hampus Lindholm is only 7% owned right now. I feel like that ownership should quintuple like very shortly here, especially if there is no known timeline. So yeah, power play 1 defenseman playing with one of the top like 3 right wingers in the league might be someone you should be interested in. And I don't know, like 10 teams, definitely relevant. Most leagues say Hampus Lindholm should absolutely be picked up.
Like, who's the other guy that's getting top line minutes? It looks like is it Zadorov? So Zadorov is getting the top.
I don't know if they'd give him like, I mean, he might be D1 pairing, but I don't think he's going to get power play.
No. And I think
if anyone, it'd be Mason Lohrei, maybe contest for power play 1, but it seems like Hampus Lindholm was getting those top power play minutes.
Yeah. And Lindholm himself, weirdly, is not on the top pairing. He's the second pairing with Yoki Haru.
Let me double check. I'm gonna
and then some dude called Jonathan Aspero or Asprot.
I would say, I wonder if he's a call up.
Yeah, which is
actually, you know what? They have a game tonight. Let me see if they've had a power play yet.
This would be absolutely Boston, just call up random dudes and still end up top of the division.
So it looks like Hampus Lindholm's he's the D-man with the only power play time on ice tonight. Right. When was their last game? Monday, probably. Yeah, Bruins. 3:44 power play time on ice. Was there another defenseman with power play time? Yoki Haru with 1:27. Oh, Mason Lohrei had 3:57. So yeah, again, keep an eye on both of them. But I know I personally ran and picked up Hampus Lindholm. But it looks like tonight so far, Hampus Lindholm's gotten the share of the power play 1 time. Next up, Jared McCann. I was waiting for him to show up on milk cartons. I was getting really worried. He is finally starting to skate with the team. He hasn't played since I think it was like game 5. It's crazy. And there was never an update. I don't know if they ever announced like what his deal was. He just disappeared. I don't know if he went back to Krypton, like his people needed him or something. But he's skating, so that's good, because in the league I had him. I didn't want to drop him because in the 5 games he played, he was really valuable. But But yeah, Drew, this next one probably not quite as fantasy relevant as it used to be. Drew Doughty is week to week. However, Ken Holland, the GM, is hopeful it's only 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, Jay, I mean, how many leagues would Drew Doughty still be kind of relevant? I mean, the Kings are kind of doing their 5-forward power play. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll come back into shutdown rules how I envision it. I can't really see the Kings not giving him like some run, you know what I mean, at D1 power play 1 just to see, you know, like he's kind of like a Letang, right? Like from the same generation, same time frame sort of player. I would definitely worry. I don't know which player to be worried about when I'm looking at that 5-forward power play. You know what I mean? Like I would guess the guy bumping off definitely has got to be Corey Perry, but I can't say I watched like every Kings game night in, night out just to, you know, see which guy is the bumper, the net front, the half boards, right? Like my impression is that they are probably going to try to slot one guy off, and whichever guy can, you know, like take on the umbrella role, they might give that back to Doughty. But, you know, like you really do think, right? Like if Kempe is operating in that space or Fiala is operating in that space, they're not going to vacate either of those positions for him, in which case, yeah, like you might kind of just hold on to Doughty and, you know, see where he's out, he's producing elsewhere, and then move from there.
Yeah. So next up, weekend preview. So the best schedules. So Thursday, Friday, Sunday. There's only one team that's got that, and it is Chicago. Kind of weird. So for me, the two guys you really want to look at, in my opinion, Burakovsky. I tried to pick him up where I could, and then Arturum Levshinov, defenseman on power play 1 right now. Oh my gosh, brain fog. I can't remember the guy who just got kicked off of power play 1.
Nazar?
No, not Nazar. Oh my gosh, everyone was going like nuts over him.
Donato?
No, defenseman.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Hold on.
Shoot. I don't even have the brain fog.
He's gonna be like super. Yeah, you don't have an excuse, man.
So there's
Crevier, brain fog.
There's Crevier, Rinzel.
No.
It's got to be Rinzel.
There we go. It was Rinzel, who I don't know why he's 15% owned. He should not be 15% owned at this point. Yeah, it's no longer Rinzel. Levshinov is getting the share of power play 1. Yeah, those are the two guys I would be looking at right now. But I did notice it was like Bedard is the only like skater that's more than 50% owned. So yeah, I would say pick up anyone that's not nailed down. Tyler Bertuzzi, first guy I'd look at. He was 47%. So just go check territory. But yeah, I don't know. Just kind of feeling Burakovsky. I think he's on a little bit of a hot streak right now.
And I mean, you can kind of keep going, right? Like, I mean, Donato, even looking around, 23%. Colton Dach, I guess he's doing a lot of hitting, which is kind of strange because I don't know that Chicago is not possessing the puck as much. Like I thought they still like contain a fair amount of like equal volume in terms of shots and whatnot. Unless this team is completely run and gun, and I guess they have consistent turnover of possessions constantly for him to get those hits. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised just to see like this distribution for stats across these Blackhawks. It looks, Alan, and I don't want to be like toxic toward it, but if you were to look at these sort of ownership values, you would assume that it was a similar team with a similar bottom feeding Chicago as previous seasons. But if you look at the standings, like they're actually like a middling playoff team. No, like this seems like way more opportunity and way more opportunistic for fantasy managers than the ownerships are showing.
Oh yeah. Especially I know I think we've discussed it in another episode. I know I've discussed it with other people outside of the show. Like, yeah, Blackhawks, at least last time I checked, they were in like top 10 in the league. Like, I'm surprised all of these ownerships have not just completely skyrocketed, especially because I feel like Chicago's had you know what, they did have kind of a couple weeks there where their schedules were like 2 games in the toilet, so everyone probably dropped all those guys knowing full well they'd be able to pick them up again.
Like they are, for context, at the same level of games played and same number of points and a higher goal differential to the Winnipeg Jets. So, like, this is kind of weird to see this team this high up in the standings. You know what I mean? Like, they're 2 points over Edmonton, and they've played 3 last games.
Probably play a lot better. Oh, got better goalie, that's for sure.
Oh man.
Oh man, I saw. Okay, all right. I'm going off on a tangent here. So I finally saw it. Social media. I saw one of those like fake Sora AI like trailers for freaking the story of Stuart Skinner. Like, yeah, it was just like, all they need was a difference in net, and it was. I don't even think it was like a real Stuart Skinner. I think they had like it was supposed to be like an inflatable, like it was obviously there's no way it's a real person. Like right. It was funny. It was funny to me. The algo's onto me.
It is so nuts, right? Like you see, like Edmonton's played the most number of games in anyone in the Western Conference. I'm going to scroll up, actually. They played the most in everyone in the league. The only people that have played as many games as they have is Calgary. And Calgary is struggling a bit at the bottom.
Right. Although they just trounced the Sabres 6-2. I mean, I guess that's to be expected, right? Like,
yeah. I was going to say, like, anyways, 2 struggling teams and, 2 struggling rosters. But it's weird to see Edmonton where they're at with we know the firepower is there, right? The offensive juggernauts, like they're coming back healthy. Like this team is scoring as they are without Zach Hyman for most of that stretch. And now with him,
Edmonton, yeah,
and now with Zach Hyman back, like Edmonton is, they're going to rave forward. But man, they scored 4 goals tonight, Alan. Like 4 goals
how many
should win you the game.
It should, but how many did the Capitals score?
I know.
7. Yeah, can't believe that, man.
It's ridiculous. You can't be carrying a negative 15 goal differential. Like,
no.
I don't know.
Atlantic Division.
Jeez.
All right. Anyway, so moving on. So Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, you got Colorado. So most of this team's pretty owned up. It's slim pickings. Victor Olofsson, though, only 25% owned. He is on power play 1, at least today in practice. I'd say that's probably the safest bet on this team. And Jay did call it correctly. Bednar, the team coach, Gavin Brindley is sort of the replacement for Valerie Nichushkin. He's only 2%, and in Yahoo, he was just given right wing eligibility, so he is not just center only.
Gorgeous.
So kind of could be a nice pickup. If you believe in like depth scoring on the team. For riffs though, I don't know, Josh Manson, Parker Kelly, anyone on that team you're looking at.
It's even better, right? Like you look at Gavin Brindley and like you look at his average time on ice and it's like horrific. I don't even think it's 10 minutes, but you actually look at the deployment rolling forward after like his stretch of absences when I think he was called up. The dude has only had ticking minutes up from every game onward.
Yeah.
And if you can kind of like, I don't know, whatever, like pink sheet stocks always turn blue, Alan. They always do. But if you're buying high into the sky for Gavin Brindley, it looks like it's only going Trumps. Like, look at everyone else. Like, who is in his way? Dude who is, I don't want to dig into the substances, but, dude's struggling. Dude enjoys his time in the limelight, with Nichushkin. Lehkonen is the other most constant dude that could possibly threaten his issue. But aside from that, Olofsson, like, that is Gavin Brindley's spot to steal. He is going to take that and ride it high. And if not, look at the friggin' power play 2 that he's competing with. Ross Colton. Okay, maybe he had those stretch of games last season where he was doing some shit. But like,
because everyone else was dead.
Yeah,
I don't care what analytics say about Ross Colton. Like there are things that don't pass muster.
No. And Brock Nelson, come on, like, dude.
Yeah, it
100%.
was hard for me to even recommend him. Like, he's pretty lowly owned, but without power play one, I don't care about him. And I mean, he's got Gavin Brindley on his line, but I don't know. I liked him better with Nichushkin and who else is on his line? Whoever's on his left side, I'm cool with. No. It's Colton and Brindley right now. Yeah, I don't like that even strength line much. Honestly, give me that third line of Landeskog, Drury, and Olofsson. Like I would put money on that line to score. Then moving on, we got New York Islanders. Emil Heineman is approaching just go check territory, 41%. I don't know, 10-man league. I don't know if that's too shallow, but I feel like in 12-man leagues, if you're a categories league or a bangers points league where you have pretty good weight on hits and blocks and shots, he should be owned. Top line, I don't know if he's top power play or not. I haven't noticed him get like power play points, but yeah, he's been cash money wherever I've been able to grab him. Palmieri Lee, widely available, and of course JGP. Like I even pointed out on Twitter, he is good for that random shorthanded point when he got the shorthanded game-winning goal against Vegas a few nights ago. But also, puts up some good riffs
for sure.
And but I think Romanov is the only other guy I would recommend for riffs on that team. But I think he is out right now.
It is a tough sell, like in terms of that team overall. Like we're looking at. Well, I mean, I don't know,
D'Angelo. Alan. No D'Angelo.
Like, no, I was kind of saying they're the old Islanders of old. They're the Isles, not of last year, but the ones where you kind of don't look at anyone on their roster and get excited. And then you also look at their placement in the standings and you're like, is everyone scoring? Are they just rotating?
No, they're
scoring?
and like TJ has pointed out, like they're playing high event hockey. Like they may like score 4 or 5 goals, but they're also letting in like 3, 4, 5.
I'm also thinking Bo Horvat like listened to us in the pod in week 1 or 2 and really decided to go, screw you, Jay. I'm gonna prove you wrong. And Alan, in our crazy super banger league, he is with all the additional.
Oh, he's got to be like top 5.
He is second overall.
That's I believe that. Yeah, even in the Reddit league I was part of for many years, like because we counted face-off wins. Like centers like Bo Horvat were always like top 20, top 10.
There's no way. I'm trying to see. Okay, yeah, obviously Nathan McKinnon is number 1. He's like by far and away the best player in the league. But yeah, geez, Bo Horvat in our league to be above like Macklin, Celebrini, and Bedard, that is, that's heavy.
Yeah, it's all the extra things to do. And then San Jose, also Thursday, Saturday, Sunday team. William Eklund, I think, is probably the best shot at points. He's 38% owned. Philip Kurashev, he had like a nice little hot streak there, cooled off, but he is on line 1 at the moment. I like him. And of course, our old reliable Mario Ferraro for bangs. I know I've picked him up personally at least once this season. Anyone you're looking at, Jay, on here? I feel like this is a team. I don't know. They're scoring a lot.
I mean, there's
how's Will Smith? Will Smith, how highly is he owned? But I feel like he probably got drafted a lot of places.
Yeah, 66% owned. He's got what, like 19 points, 20 games. He's pacing for a point per game almost, right? Like this is kind of.
I don't like Tyler Toffoli as much anymore, man. Like he's bumming me out. He's at least last time I checked, like he's just not shooting as much, and he's not on line 1 anymore, which is where he has the most value.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just not line 1. He's now out of the top 6. He's right winging the line 3, and it kind of goes back to what Quack Attack was mentioning before in the comments, where he was saying Can we talk about Monahan and Toffoli? Any of them worth dropping?
Oh yeah,
for
yeah. We can go ahead and tackle this question right now. So yeah, ASP. Oh my gosh, this is like Axel Sandine something hyphenated. Currently on power play 1 for Detroit. Over Cider. I don't know if that lasts. So really, we're looking at, could we turn either Monahan or Toffoli into a streamer spot for Axel Sandine, Pirelli or something?
In which case, I would say probably Toffoli.
I would say Toffoli.
Yeah. The main one with Monahan is just, do you value the center position not to stream it?
Yeah.
Because if you get rid of a Monahan, like if you're in a league where you could even consider dropping a Monahan, I know, for example, Alan, I don't know, it's crazy. Like I play in our 10 teamers, but I also play in a 32 teamer, and Lord knows there are, like, you cannot drop either.
I'll say if you drop a Monahan in something 32 team, you're not getting him back ever.
Never, right? And you could go far down, right? You could get to an Ivan Provorov, and you would never get them back if you dropped in the 32 teamer, right? Like, I'm trying to find the guy, Alan, that we were talking about before, but like Gavin Brindley, like the moment he did anything, it was already like he was snapped up like, hot cotton candy.
And you weren't even the first person to check. You were probably like 10th.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So in terms of talking about Monahan and Toffoli, I would say in terms of Monahan, he's in the position of non-scarcity. And
let's say his deployment's more secure. Right, like absolutely. Monahan, he's not going anywhere in the Jackets. Like he's a lock for top 6. He's a lock for most likely a lock for power play 1, like all season.
And the Jackets are like deep in the throes of a playoff hunt, right? Like they could make it. They could definitely make it in the playoffs. Like this is a very leveled Eastern Conference this year. So yeah, the chance of Columbus making it is relatively high, I would say. He's going to be needed to play his minutes and his fair share of due and contribute this season. ASP, like you're looking at that guy, and Alan, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but are we sure this deployment drop is not just trying to give Mo Sider a kick in the butt, and be like, hey, that's what could happen to you.
You know what? I mean? Let me check out that team's power play real quick. I wonder if it's to get the team's power play going, or maybe just try to create like 2 decent units.
Right. Because the other one you're looking at too,
and Cider's lost that. I want to say lost it. You know what? They're top 3rd. I want to say Detroit. So it's not really to get the power play going. If anything, and their offense is cooking right now. Yeah, I don't know why they're splitting it up like that. Maybe it more, like I said, it's probably more likely just to create 2 kind of balanced units. I don't like it. I don't think it sticks all season. So
exactly, since if you're looking at it too, so Cider has not been in the power play 1, I guess, for the past 2 games, but he's in the prior 2 game, like so in the 4 game sample. The first and the second game, he had a power play goal, power play assist, and another power play assist in the second game following. So they kind of like took him off power play when he was pretty hot. So I don't think I would think this deployment is like a long-term thing. He's got 8 power play points in 20 games. I think Mo Sider can absolutely, like a quarter of the way through the season, I would be very surprised by the end of the season if he's not power play 1 again. To get rid of a top centerman or projected top, I don't know what Toffoli's doing. I feel like Toffoli's going to shoot his way back up into the top setup either way if they don't end up playing, those young guns. Because isn't that what Toffoli does? I feel like Toffoli just goes everywhere and like munches minutes and takes shots.
Yeah, not as many shots as he used to, which is, again, like it's disappointing to me. That's kind of why I made sure to draft him kind of late.
Holy smokes. Yeah, 2 shots a game.
Yeah. Not even. I thought it was not even. But yeah, let's move on. So last team we got Thursday, Saturday, Sunday is Seattle. This is perfect stream team. It's a bunch of middle 6 wingers. But me kind of like the diamond in the rough here. Adam Larson, 7% owned. He's a nice spread of riffs. With random assists. Especially in categories leagues, I think he's a stud. And then if those riffs are valuable to you in like a points league, Bangers points league, perfect.
Wait, hold on. Quack Attack. Sorry, Alan. I'll get back to that one. But Quack Attack was saying Cutter Gauthier traded
Power
for
play too.
Darlene.
Oh,
My question is more
No.
like, wait. Okay, first
No.
to confirm, Darlene is
I
back.
wouldn't.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Dowling did come back over the weekend.
Darlene is back.
Yes, because I think we found out Saturday right after sit start. It was announced he was back. Yeah,
he was back. So I would say if Darlene is back, the second question is, I mean, I think if you have a glut of powerful top demon, especially power play quarterback ones, sure. But my second question would be, you think the guy with Cutter Gauthier is going to drop him? Or not drop him, like, get rid of him and trade with you? Like, he's getting the top centerman on the top team in the West right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
yeah, no, I wouldn't trade. I wouldn't
top
trade
left winger.
Top left. If I had Cutter Gauthier, I would not trade him. No,
I don't think so either. Dude's shooting. I think there's more shots on Cutter Gauthier than like the rest of his team combined.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
Like the amount he shoots, I like that behavior. It's if he was a guy who was shooting 1.5, maybe 2 shots a game here and there, but shooting at like 25%, yes, trade him. But if he's shooting like over 4 shots a game, like that is
disgusting.
That's a behavior you want. I would hang on to him.
I'm even going to say,
even if he's power play 2 for now.
Is there anyone else that is shooting more than him? Oh, of course there is. There's Nathan. Oh no, Nathan McKinnon is the same number of shots as him. Wait, Jason.
There you go. Yeah, you have a guy who's shooting as much as guys like Nathan McKinnon and Jason Robertson. Why would you ever trade?
There's nobody else that you could get that could shoot like him. Like, there is nobody else. Nobody else. So no, you do not do that.
So moving on to teams that play Friday, Sunday, you got Boston. So really a couple of nice guys here. For me, the pure deployment play is I'm gonna butcher this name. The Kuznutinov getting 1C deployment right now. He's 4%. I feel like that's kind of a no-brainer. And then someone my wife picked up in a spot that hasn't been able to drop because he's just been like that good, just good enough to hang on to. Mark Kastelik, he's 17% owned. He's kind of half a point per game, but his riffs are just that good. And it's a league that values them, so he just can't drop him.
And he's doing nothing else in terms of extra deployment too. Like, he's not getting a power play.
Yeah, he's just like third line dude, just half point per game, just out there doing it all.
Down. I love it.
Buffalo, what was it, like Noah Ostland, Isaac Rosen, just 2 nobodies, power play 1 access. Josh Stone, 15%, he's line 1 right now. So this is, I don't know if this is necessarily something you do something about right now, but something I noticed, something I saw an update on. Josh Norris is kind of making some progress on returning. I think right now he's only about 15% owned. If you have an open IR slot, I don't know. Up to you. It is Buffalo. He would be a lock for line 1, power play 1 when he comes back. Might be someone you stash if that is of interest to you. I mean, he's center only. I feel like those kind of 60-point probably center guys are a dime a dozen.
The one guy I was thinking about as well is, like, it looks like not just Rosen and Ostland, but what about this Jack Quinn guy? Like,
that guy.
I guess he's also getting. It says he's getting both power play 1 as well as the penalty kill 1. So I'm kind of curious.
Short-handed opportunity.
Right, but the dude kind of doesn't. What does he not do? Like, I guess he hits a bit, blocks a bit, shoots it. I think everything. The problem is just a bit, right? Like, he's He's ranked super low in our league, Alan. He's like 400 plus. So I'm kind of.
Maybe not.
But he's getting power play 1. Is the big, I guess, the notification going like, whoa, dude, there's a guy on power play 1. I guess the larger news, Alan, is that Buffalo must really be trying to just shift around some guys and see what else can stick, because Josh Doan, Alex Tuck, guys that used to be stable to power play 1 together with Tage, they've just been like, okay, no, you guys are just not on power play 1. We're going to try something else and see what sticks. So, It's
Next up, this team's a little harder. I don't know, Carolina. I like Jordan Stahl in faceoff leagues. That's really it. Keandre Miller, he doesn't riff as much as I would like if I'm going to pick him up. He's lost that power play 1 deployment with Ghost Bareback. I don't know. Sean Walker's out there. I forget.
Sean Walker.
Yeah. But forwards though, I mean, it's
St. Coben.
There we go. It's guys like that you're just kind of rolling the dice on. I did kind of check lately because I did pick up Svetch in a spot where he was available. Because he's been warming up. I don't know. That's a guy I would just go check on. I feel like his ownership is way higher than I feel like his ownership has probably ticked up as soon as people realized he was waking up. 66%. So he's probably not available in most of your leagues, but just roll the dice, go check. But yeah, I feel like most of these forwards to stream, it's a dice roll. I don't know.
Alan, would you trade for Svetch though?
No.
I wouldn't either. Yeah, that's my main one. Like I've lost trust, honestly. I've been I've been hurt.
And I picked him up just kind of like, he's warming up. You know what? Like I got him for free. So if he like lays an egg, nothing lost.
Oh God, Alan, actually though, hold on. Let's see. So from October 28, where he finally friggin' scored on October 28. So how many games has that been? 1, 2.
Oh man, he's 0
3,
points in his
4,
last
5,
3.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 12. No, but in 12 games, in the last 12 games, he's scored all his points. Right? So he had no points, period. But the last 12 games, he's at 10 points. So
So I must have picked him up like right at the tail end of his hot streak. Well, you know what? I am probably going to accept this trade I just got in that league, and I need to drop a player, so I'll probably drop Svetch to complete this trade. There we go.
I'm just thinking, I'm like, yeah, he's actually done really well. It's 10 points in 12 games, so now just ignore all the previous games.
All
and I was like, can we pigeonhole stats like this? I was like, I don't think that's how they work.
Well, I think it was the stat that made me pick him up. It was like his first like 6 or 7 games, he did like nothing. And then like the next like 6 or 7, he was like point per game. So I'm like, okay, he's waking up. All right.
Yeah.
All right, he's available. Let me do this.
Nothing.
And then I must have jinxed him. So next up,
are they winning? All of this is happening. I'm just checking. They are winning, Alan. They are winning while he's doing nothing. That's the big takeaway I'm getting.
I know. Well, they're not winning tonight. They're getting blanked right now 2-0 against Minnesota, who is the next team up here. So yeah, like we said earlier, oh my gosh, let me find his name again. Danil Yurov, 1% owned, purely for the even strength deployment play. Oh my God, who's getting power play 1 right now? Because I feel like they've switched power play 1 defenseman as many times as most people change socks in a week. Right now it's Faber, apparently.
Yes.
So and he is probably not available, 65% owned. So Zeev Boyum, I don't know if you hang on to him in most spots anymore. Zook's 25% owned. He's out there. I don't know. I just don't know how much I trust old man Zook anymore, man.
Did Brock always wear glasses? Wait, hold on.
No, I feel like that is something that's either from this year's portrait or last year's. Maybe it's this year's.
He might be the only player I've
thought
seen.
It was, I thought it was an adorable touch.
He doesn't wear these. He doesn't wear these on ice.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, and that's why I thought it was adorable. It's like does he wear these while he's played? Now I gotta watch a wild game to find out.
No way. Yeah, just for checking, right? Oh my goodness. I think other guys that would maybe, Alan, for the same purpose you described, it almost feels as if every team has one of these like player archetypes, but like Jakob Trenin, as you mentioned before.
Here we go. I just got a tweet that just showed up. Looks like Zeev Boyum is now on top power play. So yeah, like I said, they're changing that top power play defenseman like about as often as some people change socks in a week.
And we didn't even mention Jared Spurgeon, Alan. So they have
that's it in last long. And I feel like that was last done a week or two ago. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much I trust a Minnesota power play defenseman.
Would you stash Tarasenko?
Was he injured? Is that what's going on with him right now?
He's out.
That's right. He's out. Was it illness or let me see if I can get an
lower
update
body
here.
injury? Lower body injury. So I don't know. I'm just stirring the pot here, Alan.
He was someone I liked while Zook was out. Not so much anymore as a stream.
Oh my God, Alan. We didn't even mention Jonas Brodin. Minnesota is just filled with
Is that that's a Rifts play though, right? Like I don't think that's someone we really just do anything with. Oh, Yakov Trenin, man. If you need hits, Yakov Trenin.
Yeah. Did I say his name wrong? Maybe I did. I don't know.
No, you said Brodin. Brodin.
No. I said Trenin like way back, but like
okay.
100%. But yeah, Minnesota is the place to go if you're looking for, I guess,
I'd say more Rifts play.
Yeah, or D2 D2 defensemen everywhere, even on their power play.
Or spin the dice on who's power play 1 defenseman this week.
Oh, yeah, terrific.
So last team here, we got Winnipeg. I call for Cole Perfetti is only 37% owned. I really thought more people would have stashed him or run to pick him up when he came off IR. I don't know. I don't know if he's relevant necessarily in a 10 team. He hasn't really done much since he's come back. Maybe some like 12 team and deeper. Maybe that's where that ownership is coming from.
He's also got the tri-eligibility. I think that's what makes him.
Oh, does he? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Luke Shen for hits, but I don't know. I'm not really super interested in anyone on this team other than like the guys you would have drafted.
Logan Stanley's another guy. If you're kind of well, I was even saying like it's not just riffs, although he's doing some stuff. It's more like weirdly he's scoring like 9 points in 19 games. Like Alan, this is a guy that was not drafted and it's pacing for at least like possibly 40 points. It's kind of a strange, and he's not getting the deployment you'd expect, right? But D3 power play penalty kill too. So no offensive deployment, but somehow, he's pacing.
That sounds awfully sus. So, well, I mean, this makes him a perfect stream, but maybe not someone you hang on to.
No sustainability.
So goalie streams for the weekend. So we only have one Friday, Saturday back-to-back team. That seems weird. It's Pittsburgh. So Arthur Shelov's, against either Minnesota or Seattle. I like that. This Sergei Murashov kid. I thought he won his last game.
I think so too. Yeah, he's got a dub. Was it a? Oh, it's a shutout, Alan. Holy moly! Okay,
it was against Nashville. It was
against Nashville.
Yeah, it was in the oh my gosh,
21 saves
series.
21 saves. It's not as if he did nothing. You know what I mean? Like.
Right. Well, and then he stopped 24-27 against LA.
He's got such a juicy save percentage now because of that shutout.
Right.
938, Alan. 938.
Added 2 games. So I don't know. Shelov's. I would say if you're one of those who just kind of always picks the wire for goalies because you punted them. Yeah, Arthur Shelov's. Saturday, Sunday back-to-backs. You got Calgary. Home against Dallas, at Vancouver. I don't know. Don't really trust it for wins anyway. Colorado. I don't know. I feel like let me check. I feel like Scott Wedgwood's been just mostly owned up because of Blackwood. They're not really playing him starters workload since he came back. And I get that. He didn't get camp. He was injured. Yeah, Scott Wedgwood's still 86% owned. You're not getting him. New York Islanders, big save Dave against either St. Louis or Seattle. I'm for that. Home and home. Yeah. I like either one of those. San Jose. I know I've pumped the horn on him a few times. Askarov.
I picked him up, Alan.
Yeah.
I picked him up.
I know I picked him up in one spot. We'll see how that pans out. It'll probably fail spectacularly, but I'm here for it.
It's gonna hit us back in the face. 100%.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're playing 10.
They'll just drop
playing tonight. They're playing the night afterwards. But geez.
But they play home and home against Ottawa and Boston.
Would you take Ned?
No. I really don't like
Probably
Ned's
no,
show of work for the
I'm
season.
not a believer.
Seattle, so DeCord is back, but I think Matt Murray has gone down. So it's
How does that happen, Alan? The guy.
I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
And then for some reason,
Oh.
Grubauer turned into a good goalie for a moment. It was really weird.
I did notice.
For like a minute in time, that was all Grubauer needed.
It was weird too, right? Because then they won a tight one against Winnipeg, and then afterwards they blew out San Jose. So I'm going like, am I believing in Grubauer though? You know what I mean? You're kind of like
So yeah, I don't know. You probably drafted DeCord, but I would not start Grubauer against anyone.
For context, Grubauer has had 3 straight wins in the last starts, and he still is only rocking a 903 save percentage. If you want any context as to what's happening.
So looking at next week. Next week is a little weird. Let me pull up the game grid. So next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Wednesday, Friday, Saturday are the busy days. There are no games on Thursday because that is American Thanksgiving. I wish there was at least one game on just so I have something to give me that little bit of dopamine drip.
You can watch all the NFL football you want.
That's gonna be a no. It's gonna be no for me, dog. So yeah, the light days are just super light, and the heavy days are super heavy. So best schedules you got
against Edmonton. Dallas.
Where?
Dallas is playing on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's the only game on Tuesday.
The one game on Tuesday. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, best schedules. You got 4 games, 2 off nights. You got Dallas, Ottawa, Washington. So worst schedules with only 2 games. You have Edmonton, who plays Tuesday, Saturday, and then Seattle, who plays Wednesday, Saturday. So with that, let's hit the mailbag.
You've got mail.
Mailbag.
So all these were waiting for us in the Discord, so we didn't have to do anything crazy. First one up, Colin McNeil 10. He has both Mercer and Schmaltz. They picked up completely off the wire. He's trying to trade both, having a hard time kind of pinning a value. Couple of players he should be targeting buying low. So first one came to mind, Braden Point. 100%. I feel like no matter where you are in your league, I feel like Braden Point is someone a lot of people should try to buy low on. Just homerism observation, like dude just kind of seems like he has the yips, zigging when he should be zagging. And then statistically, just like one quick little stat that I know won't stick. He is a career 18.5% shooter right now. He's shooting at 7.7%. Like that should not stick.
Right.
Like his deployment hasn't changed. Let me double check. I don't think his time on ice has changed at all. He's still in top. Yeah, power play percentage hasn't changed. His time on ice hasn't changed. He's still taking
a chance of that.
Just try to buy low on Point.
Yeah, the chance of that sticking forever, I think, is relatively low. You could reasonably argue. I am curious about this one, Alan, because if I was to say the name Will Cooley, what do you think? How high do you think he is?
I feel like that's a sell high. I feel like that name is a sell high.
Okay. Would you, if you were a Cooley player, would you think and look at Mercer and Schmaltz and say, hey, I'm interested?
I don't know. I feel like Mercer's cooled off a bit. That sell high window may be closed on him. But I feel like Schmaltz, this is like the highest point pace in his career this season.
100%.
I feel like that window's wide open. And I don't know if the window is still open to buy low on him still. It may be closed.
Because you also have guys
Panarin, like I feel like is someone you can try.
Right. Whereas like there are people that I'm looking around in the same area producing and producing at the same level as, for example, I don't know, like a Will Cooley, for example, or okay, I'll go a little lower for like Schmaltz. Who do you think is higher, Seth Jarvis, Jake Gensel, or Nick Schmaltz?
I want to say Schmaltz.
Crazy, like they're all in the same area, but it's Gensel, Schmaltz, and then Jarvis right now. And you kind of look there and you're like, I don't know where to play. I would probably have placed.
Oh, this, yeah, I was about to say, this is, I felt like this question, I was like, this is where I need Jay to pull up that chart of like,
right.
where kind of people have, where people are as far as points so far this season.
Right. And then where are impressions? Because I feel like I read something where before, Alan, about like the lag between confidence and competence, right? And so our confidence in these players' competence is always lagging what actually is shown by what they do. And Alan, in my mind, Jake Gensel is like, he's still getting fed by Crosby and also by Cooch at the same time, which has never happened at any point in fantasy, but it's a fake impression that's like stayed. He's not going to probably get crazy amounts better than right now in his avenue and area. He's with Sebastian Aho. He's with Sam Reinhart, Nick Suzuki. Like Gensel is probably like right around his space, like top 50 or 50 thereabouts. Schmaltz is right there with him right now, and we're kind of wondering if he's not going to stay. Like, he's getting top-line deployment. We're basically expecting if Keller and him drop off. That's our only expectation. If we look at the other guys he's holding, right, like Mercer, I think, could definitely slide. But Schmaltz, if he produces now, you probably just want to ride it. There isn't really anyone above him that is someone that isn't producing even more outsized value and then even less people believe in, like Heineman, for example. Geeky is performing like crazy right now. But if you scroll down and you go the other way, like Alan, what about a guy like Evan Bouchard? He's so much lower, but like no one's gonna trade him based on the name recognition.
Yeah, I feel like you'd be hard pressed to get Evan Bouchard off someone.
William Nylander is like a full 20 positions lower than Schmaltz too, but
I would say, how's Nylander doing? Because I feel like he was probably the only Maple Leaf that was like red hot. Yeah, 23 points, 14. Yeah, you're not pacing for 130. You're not getting him.
Like Timo was lower than him. You know what I mean? Like it's just obviously our league is skewed because it combines so many other things, right? But if you're looking at guys around that sort of range, like Nylander was drafted top, I don't want to say 16, top 20 for sure. You know what I mean? Like he was drafted super high.
Or here we go. Matthews only pacing for 68. Like seriously, like, and he's injured right now.
And he's
maybe that team has other injured player. Like,
right.
It's worth, right. Like you don't lose anything if they say no. Right.
Well, my main one is, if you're going for the fleece, you can go for a guy like Matthews and try. It's just insane. Like anyone that clicks yes, please have them join my league. You know what I mean? Right. Reasonable trades that can ever transpire. You're looking at guys of equivalent value. And the problem with trading guys for guys that are buy low is you realize if you actually were to get value, like true value, if you were to get value now, you would trade Schmaltz for a Stamkos, and then somehow in the next 5 games,
don't do that.
Stamkos won't somehow just turn from like, oh, I play horrifically like I have had for 1 season and a half. Stamkos will have to turn back into Tampa Bay Lightning Stamkos in order for Colin McNeil to basically fleece the guy. Reasonable trades like that don't happen, and it can't happen. Stamkos isn't ever going to return to what he did in Tampa. Like
we have a short on that. Watch it. Like it's not going to happen. Like don't.
Exactly. It won't happen. Right. So the problem with trying to trade low for a guy is the guy you actually could try to trade low value on in terms of like a Matthews, where I fully believe he's going to come back up. That guy's not going to hit yes.
But that's it. Well, that's the point of buying low, right? Like Braden Point, like that shooting percentage should not stay that low. It should more than double.
Going to hit yes on a Braden Point trade. Maybe. Like there's too much upside on that.
Maybe. I don't know, man. Like, and the fact that Braden Point is center only, you're giving them a little bit of extra in a Schmaltz trade with the positional
scarcity.
Because I think Schmaltz is center right.
Center right. But then you would even say at that point, why trade Schmaltz? You know what I mean? You're always trying to trade for value. There is no value really if you're trading.
Well, what was his point pace? I know I looked at it earlier. Wasn't he pacing for like 90 or something
It
crazy.
is something disgusting. Yeah, it's something pretty. It looks
Yeah,
unsustainable.
pacing
for
for
Alan, you're
90
right.
points right now, which would be the highest in his career. His last highest was 77 back in 21-22.
Right.
I mean, he has had this shooting percentage before. It was the same year, 21-22. Yeah, he's 4 points higher than his career. It just, I don't know. I don't. It would be the first time he's done this. So
Who are the folks that
could
were
it
new
happen?
on?
Yes. Should
Right.
it?
Right.
Maybe
Sure.
not.
I mean, the only things to talk about would be the growth of Gunther and the growth of Cooley, which
Right.
has both transpired, right?
Which
both
those weren't even a twinkle in someone's eye in 21
Right.
22.
So they were unexpected folks, and they did progress and grow into their. And I'm trying to say this is their sophomore seasons. I feel like no, maybe Cooley is
Maybe
junior season.
junior.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so this is a progression and growth. So this was unprecedented in terms of what he's played with before. They also acquired Paterka, and I was like, wait, but Paterka doesn't go on the same line with him. I guess he is on the same power play as him. But I just don't watch Mammoth enough to be like, yeah, Paterka's the guy feeding him constantly.
No, and Paterka's deployment is kind of iffy too. I know they moved him. I think they dropped him down to third line, but he's actually starting to score there, which sucks because like I picked him up in a spot because he was on the wire. I'm like, sweet,
Right.
he should score. He had that pedigree in Buffalo, and like they traded, like this is a no-brainer. But he wasn't doing anything. I dropped him, and yeah, now he's scoring. Whatever.
Now he's back.
Yeah.
Is he gone?
Yeah.
Is he taken?
He's taken in the
he's
spot I
taken.
had him.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, we should keep moving. We gotta get these other questions. Cake Eaters. He's got a couple here. This is a 12-team head-to-head points. So goals, assists, special teams, hits, blocks, pims, shots, and game-winning goals. Is Boyum worth holding?
Said no.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Is Lacombe worth trading for?
So for me, Boyum, it also depends on who's on the wire, right? Like if you don't have another power play one defenseman, well, another concrete power play one defenseman, or someone, I don't know. Even Klingberg's got scratched earlier this week, so it's hard to say like, yeah, just go pick up John Klingberg, someone like that,
Right.
someone who is concretely on power play one. It depends on who's on your wire. But yeah, I don't like that he's getting bounced around for Faber, for Spurgeon. It makes him not a hold for me. Lacombe we're trading for. I don't know. I don't feel like he's really been a factor. Has he been a factor on that power play?
He's still getting it, right? So I think that's.
He's only pacing for 33 points. For someone with power play one, that's not great.
He's also playing with a Cutter Gauthier that's shooting
I know
he's shooting for the moon, right? So
yeah,
I mean,
33% power play IPP. That's not great. Even last year, he had a 75. Year before, he had a 50. Like, yeah, I don't know if you'd be buying low.
He
right
is
now.
the guy. Okay, give me a second here. I'm going to pull out I guess the cross comparisons, right? Right now, Jacob Trouba is not getting any power play time. He's only getting second defenseman deployment and is leading the Ducks in terms of scoring. If not him, then it's some dude called Drew Hellison, and then it's Lacombe. So Lacombe is
weird,
but Lacombe has nailed down the power play one, right? So they have like Olin Zellweger on power play two. There's basically what I'm describing is there's a rota of casts of consistent players that are scoring and producing on a winning Anaheim team. Lacombe's the only main fixture that is securing power play one. So I think in terms of trading for, yes, if you believe Anaheim will continue winning, but I mean, if I'm reading the rest of what the Cake Eaters is saying, like, should I for Burakovsky for Holloway? Like, if you're moving, like, to trade for one Duck and move away from the other is, well, oh, I guess not. No, Terry's gone now, right? Terry's with Philly, I guess,
what?
right? So
what Troy? No, that's Zegras.
Sorry,
Zegras is worth Philly.
Of me, but that's Zegras. Sorry, yeah. So Terry is still on the same team, and in that case, I would say, like, look, don't move off the Ducks just to move. Don't move on to the Ducks to move off of them. Like, if you're gonna acquire the Ducks and like get on with the winning team, get
I have 33 33 point pace. That could change, like, right? Your pace could certainly increase over time. Yeah, as he is now. This is it would definitely be a buy low. But I don't know.
Is it even a
Should
buy low though? Like, there's no
33
one.
point pace for a power play 1 defenseman on one of the highest scoring teams in the league right now? Yeah, I'd say so.
Kind of, but Alan, at the same time, this is a team where like no one had any expectation. There's no way this guy burned high draft capital to acquire Lacombe.
No,
you know what I mean?
no, that's what I'm saying though. But like, if everyone, I think everyone should kind of want a piece of the Ducks right now. But yeah, I just feel like it's that power play. I don't know. I feel like unless the defenseman, I don't know how Coach Q does power play. Maybe the defenseman just doesn't factor in as much as it's just.
I was looking at it too.
Plays.
I was like, Also, Alan, just jumping a little bit here, like, what do you think about Jacob Trouba? Like, Jacob Trouba, everyone was saying was like a huge locker room cancer, terrible captain. That's why the Rangers.
I think that's a Rangers thing. Like,
and I look now and I'm like, this guy he's not the C, I don't think, in Anaheim, but I think he at least gets the assistant. I think gets the A.
Yeah,
or something,
and Gudis is the C. So
C.
There was and I've kind of read up on some of these things, or read very short, brief things. There was like when Quenneville came, like it was definitely like Kreider and Trouba were going to be the guys who benefited the most from Quenneville coming in.
Right.
And look at Kreider. Trouba's had a little bit, but I don't, with what the role he plays, I really don't know how much he truly benefits. But anyway, Cake Eater's third question here: should he sell Terry or Burakovsky for Holloway? Burakovsky. I feel like he's sort of streamer level, at least to me. I feel like Troy Terry kind of the guy hanging to, but that's me and my bias. I agree. Kind of feel like owning a piece of the Ducks is something you should want right now.
Yeah, I think Holloway is Holloway's upside with the Blues, and I'm speaking expecting / hoping the Blues make a turnaround.
Yeah.
I think that upside beats Burakovsky for me, but
I feel like the spark is there. I don't know when it's coming, but I feel like the Blues won't stay this bad forever. So next, Gordon Bombay. He's been benching Michkov more and more. Probably being benched through 3 of his 5 goals. Is he still worth holding? Is it time to punt? Is there any hope? I forget what. I know I looked him up earlier.
I mean, he just said 3 goals. 3 of his 5 goals. He's benched him
through 3 of his 5 goals.
Right.
3 of his last 5. So, I mean, he's, I don't like he's shooting less than he did last year. His shooting percentage is right in line. Like, he's getting a little bit less power play time, like 2 minutes less time on ice per game. 41, like he's down 20 point pace over last year. I don't know. I just don't. And this could turn a dime tomorrow. I just think Tocchet wants him to play a completely different game than he wants to. And I don't know. I feel like if you drop him, someone might pick him up, but it's like TJ used this example with Verhaeghe. You will if you drop him, someone will pick him up, but you already know what they're getting if someone picks him up. Like, that person will probably hold him for a couple weeks and then they will drop him.
Right. Well, the other one too is, Alan, I'm trying to remember, because all I remember was seeing on Reddit, like there was the guy that was speaking in Russian going like, wait, this is how we play in North America with the constant shifting possessions. And like, he skates up, he wants to bring it in, possess the puck, skate into the blue ice. And then the coach is just like, no, like the moment you cross the red line, like dump the puck in. And I'm thinking the whole time going like, if players adapt, they either succeed in the new system or they are so good that they can just carry the puck in and continue in. And like, I'm trying to imagine like the players that are able to succeed. Like Kaprizov is probably one of the guys I'm thinking that is, has the speed, has the capacity, able to carry the puck in each time. But yeah, like you look at Michkov and the dude doesn't get enough ice time to justify that ownership percentage that he's reeking at right now. He's not even at 15 minutes a night. But he's not shooting enough.
Yeah.
He's not.
Sorry.
He's getting line 1 power play 1 because his talent clearly is, there. But the the huge concern is if he's not getting enough ice time to, like do anything with that deployment. And further, the issue of him being benched, like Alan, I don't know. I looked at your rosters. I feel like your rosters are full every night. Like you don't make benching decisions because you just, orchestrate your roster in a way where you don't have, like tons of players to be benched constantly and making these sort of swaps. Maybe this lineup is just, not optimized to the point where you have to have Michikov on your lineup. Every game he's benched is a wasted roster spot.
Yeah. And at this point, I would say, so this is more of a to streaming strategy. If there's a guy where you're benching him all the time, like maybe that's your streamer spot. Maybe Michikov is more valuable to use a streamer spot. Right. Especially if you're confident, like night in, night out, that like, yeah, I'm going to bench him. I mean, maybe he gets a goal, but like I'm more confident that the guy I'm putting in instead may score more or is more likely to score. Yeah, I would say, again, you're probably good to drop. And then if someone else picks him up, what they're getting.
And follow up to that is, if you don't want to bench Michikov, then maybe there's somebody else you'd rather start ahead of him. But maybe what's happening is the other guy you're starting ahead of him, maybe it's just a strong roster. Your team could go worse than having Michikov be unfortunately benched. Maybe some folks would love to have that sort of problem on their hands, right? So if you want to trade the guy above instead, just make sure you strengthen another position on your roster that maybe is a little bit weaker. And then you don't have that issue, right? You can start Michikov every night. Maybe he does nothing. I don't know, Alan. But maybe those 5 goals roll in and it's like, oh yeah, I got the goal.
Or you'll reverse jinx him. You'll drop him and then he'll go off.
And you go off, right?
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just saying, just different strategies, right? Like you're not forced to bench this guy. I'm trying to say is just if you want to start him, there's a guy you're starting instead of him. See if you can trade that other guy instead. Get value elsewhere on your roster in another position, and then you can start Michikov and see what he's worth. And if not, frig. He's 58% owned, and with less than 50 minutes of ice time, that almost says all you need about like a 12 or 10 teamer and below.
Gotcha. Yeah, and then last up here, a couple of player analysis from Patrick Fry. Elias Lindholm was interesting being in the season. Agreed. Great start. What can we expect when now that he's kind of nearing return? Do we think he'll stay line 1, power play 1, and be worth picking back up in a 10 team with 3 center slots? That was kind of what made me perk up, because I was like, yeah, 10 team, 2 center slots, I assumed. That was kind of going to be a no for me, because like I said earlier, I'm like, yeah, 60-point centers, I feel like they're a dime a dozen, especially in a 10-team league. But no, I do think he will jump back up line 1, power play 1, follow the money. Like I think he had a pretty solid start to begin the season. No reason not to get him back up there as soon as he's healthy. But yeah, 3 C slots. I kind of like that. I expect him to kind of pick back up where he left off. Did you? Oh, I think Jay's got delayed to him. Do you have anything, Jay? Oh, I lost Jay. Okay. So moving on. So he's asking about Matthew Schaefer next. Is he sustainable? Should he trade for him? Should he sell high? There we go.
I mean,
there we go. Sorry. Jay is back. So Elias Lindholm.
I guess the last thing. Yeah, the last thing I'll say before. I guess the only thing I was just that team's winning right now with their current deployment, right?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, actually, yeah, they're at the top of the Atlantic, I believe, right now.
So, I don't know. I feel like if it was
Follow the
Montgomery,
money, Jay.
don't,
Don't overthink
yeah.
this.
Now, if I was saying like if it was Montgomery still there, I don't think Montgomery would. Well, I think Montgomery has like his guys, and he would put his guys back where they are. You know what I mean? But with new management, I don't know. Do you think they would just ride their hot guns right now? Like,
It's possible.
what other place?
It is certainly possible, but I'd be shocked if they don't just give it right back to him.
Give him right back there. Yeah. And three
Really
daily
shocked.
slots, so that's probably you can go a lot worse than top of the league line one power play one dude.
Schaefer. Yes, Schaefer. So yes, is it sustainable? Do we trade for him? Do we sell high? I guess the big thing is, what do we think of him rookie season? So my big thing is, with rookies, you have to be careful about relying on them as like your core of your team. So many years ago, get off my lawn, Sergachev, rookie season in Tampa, man, he was doing it all, tearing it up. They were giving him power play one time. It was great. And then all of a sudden, he gets scratched for a game or two here and there. Nothing bad. He wasn't having defensive lapses or anything. It was just fatigue. Like, he wasn't used to like a full season of NHL hockey. And I'm not saying it'll happen to Matt Schaefer, but it's certainly possible. These are the things that can happen in a guy's rookie season. Things you have to remember.
Yeah, the only one I can think of, like the only time in a season where I got a Matthew Schaefer like player as a rookie that was a complete defenseman stalwart was who's the guy on Washington right now, Alan? The guy that we always say Chychrun. There we go. I had Chychrun in the 2020, 2021, like the first season when it was COVID rolling in. I was like a shortened COVID.
I thought he's been around longer than that.
That was his rookie season, whichever season the rookie season was. Like in 2021, that was this, or was it 2020? I don't know. I think it was the 2021 season actually, but whichever one his rookie season, I had Chychrun, and it was crazy because like the guy completely took off, and I forgot who he bumped off. I think he's on the Leafs right now. Alan, oh my God, Alan.
Ekman Larson.
There we go. Yeah, all those days back in good old Arizona.
Get off my lawn.
But yeah, that's the only time I remember was Arizona was pretty damn close to a playoff spot.
Yeah.
And so it was amazing because Chychrun was he was basically the rookie rolling all the way in going, yeah, we're gonna make it, scoring, bouncing. Do we see this same repeat? Like, I kind of see all the pieces, Alan. Like,
I mean, who knows? I'm not saying like it will happen. It is guaranteed to happen. It's a possibility. These are one of the things you have to keep in mind in a guy's rookie season.
I will say, like,
we have no data set. We have no data set for these guys, so we don't know what they can or can't do. I will say, like, 12% shooting for a defenseman is already high. I forget what the kind of average is for. I want to say it's like 8.
I want to say
but it could also be like that is him. 60-point pace. That's certainly possible for more elite defensemen. Sure. I mean, he's getting sweet deployment and everything. Like, certainly possible.
I would say if you're looking at D and you're looking to trade for them in particular, then sure, I would definitely still keep Schaefer on the radar in the sense that if you look at the actual guys in the league that are doing shit, like you have Cale Makar-Werenski, and then if you're scrolling down, like you're going, okay, I guess like who do we got? Like Evan Bouchard, I guess like Josh Morrissey, and then after that, it's pretty much Schaefer, right? Like he is definitely in the top in terms of dudes that are producing. My only thing more so is like, again, with Alan describing, he hasn't played anything past the first 19 games of this season.
Yeah.
And the other one too is we don't talk about one understated portion, which is durability. Because Chychrun, even when I described him being so amazing, Chychrun still was amazing at the very end of the season, and he was out for like a huge chunk of the middle of the season. So you have to understand and think too from the perspective, I guess, for anyone, like talk about sustainable, is there's two components of sustainable. There's like the one we described with Allen where we're talking about his points dropping off. The other one we don't know is this guy is fresh out the box. We have no idea if he is a Band-Aid boy or not. We have literally no idea.
And then, I mean, it could even, if you sell high, you could even be kicking yourself. His ceiling this season could be 80 points. Like,
Right.
It's like I had Natchez, was it last season when he got traded to Colorado? And everyone was like, sell. I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm going to let this ride. So that is always an option. Like if you have him, you can certainly just ride it out. I don't know. I wouldn't trade for him. I just don't have enough trust that he'll play all 82.
I think that's a good one, Alan. Yeah, I would say if you have him, you have to hold on just to see. In terms of sell high, he's kind of like
depending on what someone's offering you for him. If someone's offering you a more guaranteed asset,
would you trade him for Mo Sider?
In a league where like those bangs are more valuable? Yeah.
Like I wouldn't. I would prefer the upside potential. I think Mo Sider's.
Let me see Sider's history here because I love his bangs.
I love his bangs. Oh my gosh, he bangs. He's a bang daddy himself. But like,
so he's let's say we'll call it 50 points. It's not really 50 points, but it's 50. He's a 50-point defenseman with the bangs. So it's really I'm losing 10 points to get to win win bangs categories.
I see what you mean.
That's valuable to me. I would
Well, you phrase it like that. Okay, yeah, I think in a points league with bangs and everything, or even a Cats league, I think Mo Sider. Actually, Cats league, whatever. Mo Sider is indefatigable in a Cats league.
I like his shots rate.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Sell high. I would at least consider it, depending on what someone offered me for him.
Would you do it for a Nikishin?
No, God no. Like, there's no guarantee that dude gets power play ever at any point this season.
Would you do it for a Heiskanen?
It makes me throw up in my mouth a little to say it, but
you probably would. Yeah,
probably would.
I probably would.
I hate it. Yeah. I hate it, especially now that Harley's gone week to week. I don't think Harley's going to live up to what a lot of us thought he was going to be this season.
Would you do it for a Sergachev?
Shoot, let me see what he's doing this season. Probably, I feel like he is kind of a similar role. He's kind of the guy
without a fantastic cadre of other dudes that would take away his arsenal, right? Like he's kind of the dude in his kingdom.
I think so, only because Brayton Chemicals, like he was I feel like Sergachev is a player I would like to own.
Oh man.
But anyway, so I would say let's put a bow on it there. That's hopefully that answers some of the questions there. I know we didn't name too many players in that first one there, but there we go. Where it's going to make me sound like I'm underwater. Thanks for tuning in tonight, everyone. Love all of you. Make sure to join us this coming Saturday for Sit Start. It looks like we'll have at least one special guest. Fingers crossed. And then hopefully TJ will be back this coming week for the script. Love you guys, and good night. Good mental health.
Oh, it was great talking hockey with y'all. We will pick you up.